It's probably best to, at this point, to play the video to which the Deputy Chief says that his message responded.
I always thought that I would have put down with him.
Deputy Chief, did you see that video? What was it? What was the scene that was being described, that was being shown in the video?
Correct, it was Sergeant Nkosi. It's not only a video, there was two. He sent a picture and a video. I'm not sure if it appears there in the chart, because it was not only that video alone. It was a picture and a video because they were at the funeral, if I recollect very well, of the Deputy President by that particular day.
So it was the funeral of the late Deputy President Mabuza?
Correct, SC.
And Sergeant Nkosi was walking with Mr. Mnisi at the funeral?
Yes.
Now, in that context, how are we to understand, I can see, Ukuthi, you have captured Umfowethu, and he wouldn't want you to leave him.
I was referring, as I indicated, to the attention with regard to which I think he has taken the attention of the CFO, and he wouldn't want to, to be far from him.
So the CFO wants to be with Sergeant Nkosi, is what you are saying?
That's correct.
And why the verb capture?
Capture signifies here, let's see the attention here.
Well, in context, that isn't what it means. Look at what you say at the end of the message. Umfowethu is the best person to be with. Ujuda wetu, who will do great things for us, compared to Baba Wako Ungaseku. So, what I want to put to you is that the capture of the CFO was a process that was designed to put the CFO in a position to do great things for you.
That's not true, CS, because I don't think you should isolate Ujuda wetu to the entire statement.
Maybe explain Ujuda wetu, because you say it has significance.
Much as I said, Ujuda wetu becomes the context where I'm speaking about this thing, with relate to, the gratitude, that I see. It signifies, gratitude, and it's a praise, it's in Dumiso.
Why don't you read that last sentence, substituting for Ujuda wetu gratitude or praise or whatever you say it means, so that we understand your context?
See, when we write these things, it's not like you are writing a formal or thesis or whatever that need. We are communicating on WhatsApp groups and so forth. It's not a formal way of communications. We have our own way of how we communicate and so forth. So much as I'm saying, if you will read the entire statement bit by bit and say, Ubaba Konga Seko, capture, Ujuda wetu, sometimes we might not be able to bring this into context. Otherwise, you'll understand it the way you want it to look like.
But surely, as you write, you want it to mean something.
Much as I'm explaining, Commissioner, to say here, it represent their attention, because I tapped on those videos and pictures, the attention that he has drawn from the CFO.
Can I say, to me, that clip depicts people at a funeral. You say it's a funeral, so I see two people walking together at a funeral. That's what looking at that clip says. Your message says more than just looking at people. You're not commenting about people who are at a funeral together. You say you have captured Mfowethu. So you have to explain that when I look there and see two people at a funeral who may have arrived together, I don't know whether you know that they went there together, that's why you say you've captured him. Maybe they came separately, they happened to arrive together. So the captured means nothing when I look at the video and you've said you've captured Mfowethu. So you have to explain that you get sent a clip and then it causes you to say you have captured Mfowethu. What are you talking about? You're obviously not talking about just two people just because they are at a funeral together. So do explain. You get a clip that shows you these two people who are at a funeral together. Why do you say that depicts Sergeant Nkosi having captured the CFO?
He has captured the attention of the CFO commissioner, and that's what it precisely means.
What do you mean he's captured his attention? They're at a funeral. We see a clip that just shows them walking together. What is it about that image or that visual that explains he has captured him?
To say the CFO wants to be next to Sergeant Nkosi, that's capturing the attention of someone.
Do you happen to know how it is they are walking next to each other? You have to know. For you to say, I see you have captured him, it means you know something about how they are ending up together there. And that is the part you have to explain. What do you know about how they end up together, walking together there, for you to say you have caught his attention? You don't say to Nkosi, I see the CFO has captured you. You're not saying that. You're not saying, I see that you have become interested in the CFO. You don't say that. You say the CFO has become interested in you and he wouldn't want you to leave him. So you know that it's the CFO, in fact, who is interested in Nkosi and wants Nkosi to, will want Nkosi to be there forever, never to leave him. You know that. And what you're being asked, or what I'm asking you is, well, what are the background facts that make you make that statement?
The background fact is that he seems very happy next to Sergeant Nkosi. And this is what I've explained, Commissioner.
Okay. And then explain why you say you should gear yourself to do so forever, my brother. Has the CFO told you that he wants Sergeant Nkosi to be there forever?
No, Commissioner.
Where do you get this statement that gear yourself to do so forever, my brother? From two people who are walking next to each other looking happy. Why do you say he will want you to do this forever?
Commissioner, I have my own way of, the tools of analysis, and I wouldn't think alike like any other person.
Yes.
So I'll be able to reduce what I see the way I see it.
Yes.
Yes.
Share that analysis with us, and then, and maybe let me start off by saying you don't pluck analysis out of thin air. There are facts on which you are basing yourself. You say you should gear yourself to do so forever, my brother. And that's an analysis. You've analyzed that you will want him to be there forever. What are the facts on which you base that analysis on?
He seemed happy and at peace with him.
Okay. Why do you say Mfowethu is the best person to be with, who will do great things for us?
When I say great things, it doesn't end there. I also went further and say who is not like Ubabako Ongaseko.
Yes, I'm coming to that. I'm
Yes.
coming to that part. So I've asked you a specific question. Why do you say the CFO is the best person? One, for what is he the best person? Two, he will do great things for us. What are these great things? And three, who is the us in that statement? So there are three parts to it.
I'm taking this from 2010 because I'm referring to someone who Ubabako Ongaseko. It has got an history, what transpired in the past. And I'm saying he'll be able to nurture him in the right way and so forth.
What will the CFO do for you, Deputy Commissioner Dlamini, because you say he will do great things for us? Forget the CFO because you're the one that's writing. What is it that the CFO will do for you, Dlamini?
Not for me. When
No,
I
you
say
said
for
us.
us, I'm saying for us because I indicated that Sergeant Kosi, it's like a brother to me. I regard him as such. So when we talk, I can't say we'll do great things for you. I'm saying I'm happy for you because there you are having a father who can look after you, nurture you in the right way.
So when
So
you
if he does for you, it's like he's doing for me.
so when you say us, you mean Sergeant Nkosi?
Correct, Commissioner.
Okay. What are the great things that you say he will do for Sergeant Nkosi? You must have something in mind. It's not just words.
Great things comes in many forms. It's like, looking after someone's welfare, nurturing him in terms of advices and so forth, taking interest into a particular person's welfare. So that's what I was referring to. You'll see that he'll check him with his wife if he's okay, he's recouping well in the hospital and so forth. And I know that Sergeant Kosi needs that because
Who do you know?
the way he grew up, he definitely needs someone to be able to encourage him.
When you say he will do great things for you, you must know something about the CFO. Who do you know him to have done great things for? You know something about the CFO. So tell us, what do you know about the CFO that he has done great things for somebody that makes you say that he will do great things for Sergeant Nkosi? What do you know about the CFO?
Commissioner, I don't know the CFO much that he has done something great things for someone. These are feelings that you have to say this person will be able to look after this person, nurture him into a particular direction.
But you told us in your evidence that your interaction with the CFO is in meetings of the TMP of the city. That's your limited interaction with him. How do you, if that's all you know about him,
Yes.
how do you know that he's a person who will do great things, who has a propensity to do great things and will do so for Sergeant Kosi, for you to make that statement?
Commissioner, perhaps if we can think of great things as material things, then we'll be wrong in that assertion because great things will come in the welfare of looking after someone that is well mentally and otherwise he get good advices. You don't need to attach material things to great things.
So you know that the CFO will provide mental wellness, to use your word, support to the CFO,
He'll provide
to
guidance.
Sergeant
also.
Nkosi.
He'll provide
Even though you have
guidance.
only met him in formal 2, 3, 4, 5 meetings of the municipality, and you have no personal relationship with him because that's what you've told us. You have
Yes.
absolutely no personal relationship with him. You don't even talk to him on the phone. You know that he will support Sergeant Nkosi. That you know. It's something so personal that has nothing to do with work. You know that the CFO will do for Sergeant Nkosi, even though you don't know the CFO at all.
You don't need to know someone for years to understand the character or how a person perhaps behaves and so forth. I can meet you twice, then I realized to say, here my daughter or my son will be in good hand to be nurtured.
In this case, you determined that from official meetings of Tshwane Metro, that the CFO will support Sergeant Nkosi, just from your formal meetings.
Correct, Commissioner?
No, that's not true. I want to put it to you. It is not true. You're being dishonest with us about what this message is about. Lastly, from me, in that same message, you say, compared to Ubaba Wako Ongaseko, who and what are you referring to? This Ubaba, and what did he do for Sergeant Nkosi that you say now the CFO will do for you?
Much as I indicated, there's history around that, of which I don't think I'll be able to divulge here, how Nkosi was raised at home and so forth.
I just want to know, what did he do for Nkosi that you now say the CFO will do? And this is relevant to our terms because you followed, let me finish. You followed the evidence. You've listened to the CFO's evidence. It's clear from how you're testifying. You've listened to Sergeant Nkosi's evidence. That is clear from how you are testifying. You then say, so you have that background, and you know through engagement with you, your own testimony and their testimony, that we are looking at what appears or appearances of improper and corrupt dealings relating to tender in Tshwane. You know that's the evidence that we are looking at. That's what we've been engaging with you about, and eventually we must make conclusions about. So it's a relevant question to ask you. This Ubaba Wako that you refer to, that you say used to do things for Sergeant Nkosi, which the CFO will now do, because that's what your message is. He will do things for you that your father used to do, who's no longer there. It's a relevant question to ask you, who are you talking about? And two, what did that person do? More importantly, what did that person do for Sergeant Nkosi, which now the CFO will do? This commission has an interest in that. So you can't say I'm not prepared to discuss it or I'm uncomfortable to discuss it. You have made a statement. The CFO will take over what Sergeant Nkosi's father used to do. And I'm interested, and it's relevant, not for the sake of it, it's relevant information that must be given to this commission. What is the CFO to do for Sergeant Nkosi that you are referring to in this WhatsApp message?
I indicated, Commissioner, that great things do not refer to material things. It refers to taking care of someone, being concerned about the well-being of a person and so forth, which the one I'm referring to, there were shortcomings in that regard.
You've had my comment about that evidence. You're not being honest.
I don't
You're not being
agree.
open with us. Yes, you won't agree, obviously. But I have to put it to you so that you have no mistake where I stand on this matter. You are not being honest about the content of this WhatsApp, what you were conveying. Thank you.
Can I respond, Commissioner?
Yes, you may.
I am honest. I wrote it because I have a background with Sergeant Nkosi and I understand what I've written here.
The problem is you don't have a background with the CFO, and yet you're saying now you're giving explanations that can only hold if you know the CFO more than what you have told us, which is out of 4 or 5 meetings of the city.
I've noticed the CFO, how he conducts himself, his behavior, how calm he is, and so forth. I was referring on those things.
All right, that's your answer. Thank you.